What's going on, guys? I'm Atlantic Canadian Gamer. Welcome to my game room tour. So I figured what we'd do, guys, is we'd start over here in this corner. Down in the bottom right here, you have Little Sebastian. Little Sebastian is a shark vacuum who cleans up the whole room for me. Over here we have a Blink-182 Merry Christmas 2013 poster. Got this, I believe, for Christmas, maybe like 10 years ago, from Chris and Justine. It is signed. I love this poster. It's pretty awesome. Over here, guys, we have Bark 182 poster as well. These are our three dogs, Linus, Logan, and Louie, all portrayed as Blink 182, which is pretty cool. Over here, I have Nintendo 64 hooked up. This is an old TV that I found while thrifting a few years ago. I was out with my wife and I was out with my mom, and I think I paid like $10 for this TV. It's pretty cool. It's an old Sharp. I have it hooked up going through this old VCR, which is an old family VCR that I've had for a long time. Works great. When I'm not playing games, I can just switch over to a movie, throw on a VHS. It's kind of cool just for the nostalgia of it all. It's not really something that I'll come over here and stand around type thing. It's more of a conversation piece, but it is cool to have that I can just switch over whenever I want to. Got the N64 hooked up to it, like I said. Coming over here as well, this is if you just pan back for a sec, this is like all of my games right now. I've purposely wanted to build out a library of games out here. So the last time you guys saw a game room tour, I was in my what I call now office, and I've since convinced my wife that I can move out here and build out this game room a little bit bigger and turn my old game room into an office, which is what I've been doing. So over here I have all my games. At the top up here I have my Lego Game Boy, which I've been planning on building. I just haven't got around to it yet, but I'm going to display it right here. I have a couple Assassin's Creed statues, probably new ones since the last time I've done a game room tour. I have Arno and Elise over here. I have Assassin's Creed Syndicate as well. I got Jacob and Evie. As well as over here I have an Atlantic Canadian Gamer Funko, which I got for Christmas from my brother-in-law, Gordon. And that's pretty cool, so I like to have that displayed. Over here I have a chess piece, or a chessboard I should say, chessboard, that I've got a couple of years ago for Christmas as well as my MetaQuest 3, which is hooked up over here. It's always charged, always ready to go if I choose to. I can play it out here. I got a big open space now where I can play VR games and all that good stuff. Up here I have just a miscellaneous group of stuffed animals, I should say, toys, that kind of thing, old Burger King items, Dragon Ball Z items, a lot of items that I've won well at arcades like Dave & Buster's or places like in Niagara Falls and stuff like that. Just things to remember those trips by. Paris, for example. I got Paris 2024 Olympic Behr here. Got that while we were in Paris. A bunch of old Dragon Ball Z toys and more. Pan down here, I have some games and stuff like that, but I also have some Assassin's Creed player's guides and books and stuff that I like to collect. The last time I did a game room tour, you can probably remember I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I still am. So I have Ezio right here as a statue. I found this while thrifting, the SPCA thrift store. This is an old Knuckles toy type thing. It works. It actually still powers on. I still have actually the price on it as well. $2 I paid for it. It can turn on, the lights turn on, all this like little stuff, nothing major. But right behind them, I have my Sega Genesis games. Below that, I have my Intellivision games that I got from a guy I work with. Shout out to Alan. He gave me these games for the Intellivision, and a little bit beat up, but pretty cool to have these in the collection, the boxes and everything. That's awesome. I don't have an Intellivision yet, but something tells me I will soon. And what I did, guys, for this whole setup here is I pretty much broke them up into Xbox games, PlayStation games, and Nintendo games. So real quick, we'll go through them. Down here, I have my handhelds. I have all my handheld games for the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, DS, that sort of thing. In here, I have my Nintendo 64 games. I've been slowly starting to put them in these kind of little plastic containers that I can store them better, and they'll keep in better condition. As well, up here, I have my GameCube games, and what I've been starting to do is keep my games in kind of this plastic casing here. I got these on Amazon, pretty cheap. I'll put them in the description below. And they pretty much keep the games in good condition. That way, you know, they just hold up their value better. And pretty much what I did is any game that I have sentimental value for, I put in one of these sleeves, as well as any game that was valued at a certain price. Obviously, these Zelda games, you know, let's use Zelda Twilight Princess for an example. It's gonna be valued pretty good. I'm gonna put it in a sleeve. So I've been putting these games right here. These are my GameCube games. Over here, I have my Wii U games. And for example, I have Twilight Princess HD right here. That one's on display in the front. But behind it, I do have some other games. Most recently, I picked up this one here while we were in Paris, actually. This is like a UK or French version of Super Mario Maker. I just really liked the case for it. It's yellow. It's not worth a ton or anything like that, but it's just cool to have. Down below that, I have all my Wii games. And I have a bunch of Wii games. Wii games are pretty easy to find while you're out thrifting. Over here, I have my PS2 games. I have a Diablo 3 Steelbook here that I display just for fun. In the front, below is more PS2 games, along with my Connor Kenway statue right here that I have from Assassin's Creed. And down below there is where my Nintendo Switch games are, and also my Bassam statue right now, and my PlayStation 1 games. Over here we have my PS4 games, PS4, PS5. I mixed them in together just because I kind of consider them the same generation. Down below I have my PlayStation 3 games. I have my Shay Cormac statue right here, right now, down there, as well as more PS3 games, including the Assassin's Creed Steelbook for the first game. Moving on over, I have my original Xbox games. Right in front of it, I have an Assassin's Creed Syndicate statue. I actually picked this one up in Paris. I picked up the whole collector's edition. I had to have it. I put it on my check bag and everything. I think it pretty much took up all the space that I had. I had to squeeze all my clothes around it and stuff just to make sure it's nice and protected, but very cool to have. Right below there, I have more original Xbox games. In front of it, I have Halo 2. This is the Games for Windows Vista edition. If you remember this, you had to have Windows Vista in order to play Halo 2 on the PC. Just cool to have in the collection, and have it displayed. Down below, I have even more original Xbox games, including a bunch of the demo discs as well, that whenever I find them in the wild, I'll collect them. Halo 2 multiplayer map pack in this one. Just cool to have. Moving over, I have, I think this was probably in one of my last game room tour as well, but I have this Xbox water bottle. My wife ended up finding these at the SPCA thrift store. I don't know where they were coming from, but for whatever reason they were there. They're the Coalition, as well as Xbox on them. Just cool to have in the collection. Behind there I have Xbox 360 games. For the most part, I try to keep my games in alphabetical order. It's hard to do, it's easier said than done, but for the most part, they're in alphabetical order now. And down below here, I have more Xbox 360 games, mainly all Kinect ones, and also a couple Xbox 360 demo discs as well that I found in the wild. I actually have more original Xbox games down here as well, and then more Xbox 360 games over here, and then finally Xbox One games. And in front of them, I have all these Ezio busts that I have here. I got the I believe it's Copper, or I can't remember what that one is, as well as Connor and Altair, and then another Ezio. The Xbox One games, again, if they're in good condition or say they're brand new, like this is a brand new copy of Halo Infinite, I'll put it in a special protected sleeve. That way I can keep it in good condition. So we'll move on over here, guys, where I have a couple fridges. Really just keep this here for when I have people over. This is where we'll keep all our drinks. In here I have just a bunch of energy drinks right now. Celsius, we have Alani's, we have Zoa. They're just good for the day-to-day. And then over here we keep couple beers, couple Coves, bubbly, that sort of thing. So people are over, they're welcome to have a drink. Over here, guys, is really what the whole idea was. Actually, let's back it up. My Gears of War poster that I have too that's signed. I think I had this in my last video, but yeah, I noticed that's a little tilted, isn't it? Oh well. Oh well, what are you gonna do, right? So then finally over here, guys, is the TV area. This is really the game area type thing where I'll spend most of my time. Over here, I still have my Star Wars Force Awakens poster. I just love that movie. It's a great movie. I like the poster. I like the size of it for a room like this. I have our love seat and our couch right here. Get the dogs laying around here right now. They're just hanging around while we film this. And these couches we've had for over a decade now. They're still in great condition. Great little recliners, so that way you can recline back, you can play some games. What I really wanted to do with this setup was have 2 TVs. That way, when I have friends over, we can all play some games together. Games are more and more online co-op these days than anything. So if I have some friends over, they can come over here. They can sit down. They can either play on this TV right here, or they can look at this TV over here and they can play from here. So it gave us options. And they can even recline if they wanted to as well. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll move on over here and I'll show you my setup from left to right. Over here, I have my IKEA little head here. I can't remember if I had that the last time in my game room tour, but that's where I keep my headset. This is my headset that's hooked up to my TV. So that way, when I'm watching movies or watching shows at night, I can just throw my headset on and I won't wake up the wife, won't wake up the dogs or anything like that. Right here is my Ezio, I think it's a controller stand. I got this for Christmas most recently, but I made him into my little remote stand. He holds onto the remote for the TV. As well as the most recent game that I'm playing right now, which is Tomb Raider 1 to 3 Remastered on the PS5. Coming over here is a TV that I bought last year. I love this TV. Samsung S90D OLED. I held off on the OLEDs for as long as I could. I just couldn't wait any longer. I picked this up last year. So happy with it. I love the look of it. The vibrant colors, the perfect blacks, all that stuff. It's amazing to have. It's complemented with this Samsung soundbar. I can't remember the model of it right off the top of my head, Q something, but it syncs with the TV. So that way, when you're playing sounds or when you have sound coming from the TV, it also will come from the soundbar, but it'll also come from the TV as well. So you get more of that oomph when you're watching stuff on the TV. Right behind it, up here, I have a couple Xboxes. I have an Xbox One, a Forza Edition Xbox One, Scorpio Edition, Halo, I want to say Halo 4, Xbox 360, and then an Xbox 360e. Beside that, I have a bunch of just miscellaneous food items up there. Oreos, I got Pokemon Oreos, Super Mario Oreos, Super Mario cereal, as well as Pringles. I think I had these in the last game room tour as well, so they've been around for a little while now. Maybe one day I'll open them up, maybe I'll give them a try, who knows. Behind there, I have a couple GameCubes as well. I probably should be displaying them a little bit better, but there's just only so much space in this room. Behind here, I have all of my Assassin's Creed Funkos, as well as some Assassin's Creed action figures that are in box. I have every Assassin's Creed Funko. The only one I don't have sealed is the Plague Doctor, which I'm not losing sleep over, guys. I don't really mind at all not having that one sealed. But I do have the Black Hooded Ezio, as well as the Eagle Vision Ezio, and every single other one of them. So very cool to have in the collection. Let's move back over here real quick. Down here, I have my Xbox Series X. And below that, I have my PlayStation 5 Pro. The PlayStation 5 Pro has been getting a lot more love lately. I've been playing a lot of games on the PlayStation 5 Pro. I've been really trying to embrace my backlog this year. Not buying any new games, just playing my old games that I haven't beaten. Tomb Raider 1 to 3 Remastered, for example, playing through that before I move on to Tomb Raider 4 to 6. And just trying to embrace not buying new games, embrace the backlog, the library of games that I currently have. That way I can just enjoy the games that I already have, not spend money, especially with games these days, right? Like games like the new Pokemon game, right? Where it's, I think, $115, maybe after tax. I don't know, don't quote me on that. After taxes in Canada, it's a little ridiculous, but games are just getting more and more expensive. So been playing mainly the PS5 Pro. Over here though, I have my Xbox shelf, where I keep a couple controllers, usually pretty charged up. I have my SteelSeries headset that for my Xbox, should I want to play some games online. As well as my Elite 2. I got my Elite 2 as well, and it's always charged up. So the charger's actually right in here, and it just connects right behind the TV where it's constantly plugged in. Right below that is my PlayStation 5 setup as well. So I have my PlayStation 5 controllers. They're always ready to go, always charged up as well as my SteelSeries headset for my PlayStation 5, which is always charged up and ready to go as well. Over here, I have my little Switch set up, nothing too crazy. I have my Binbach controller, which I do have a discount for Binbach. If you're interested, I'll put it in the description below. As well as my Switch. Don't have a Switch 2 yet. We'll see, maybe later this year, maybe next year. Maybe once a limited edition version comes out or something along those lines, I'll pick one up. Over here, I just have some consoles, but they're not hooked up. I have my Dreamcast, my PlayStation 1. They're mainly just here for display. I have my Xbox 360. That is hooked up. Should I want to watch an HD DVD or play an old game like Guitar Hero or Rock Band or something like that, I can just quickly throw it in, play it on the TV, I'm good to go. And then finally over here, I have my GameCube. This is my original GameCube. It's kind of stuck. There we go. I have my original GameCube. Got this for Christmas 2001. Was that what the year it came out? Yeah, 2001. The GameCube came out. Still kicking, still working good. Got my PS2s below that as well. Right here I have my Ezio Leap of Faith statue. Just looks cool right there. As well as the movies that I'm watching right now. So right now I'm watching, or shows I should say. I'm watching Game of Thrones on 4K right now. Just came out of watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms and I'm absolutely hooked on Game of Thrones again. I can't wait for House of the Dragon Season 3. So right now I'm just currently watching this. So what I did is, the last time I did a video, I want to say I had a Sony X90J TV. I might have actually been using this TV. I'm not 100% sure, but before I got the S90D, I had a Sony X90J 65 inch. I since brought that upstairs. That's now our living room TV. And I brought down my old Vizio M60D1. And this TV is still holding up well. A few years ago it did die. I was able to revive it with a new power board. And it's been good as new since. TV's still awesome. It's an LED, it has component, it has HDMI, it still has a lot of good things going for it. And so it's a good TV to hook up older systems to. For example, I have my Wii U hooked up to it right now. That's what you're seeing on display. And I keep a couple other consoles. They're not plugged in just like over here because just so much wasteful power if you are all the time. And one of the main reasons I do have this Wii U plugged in is because the batteries can expand in the actual handheld of the Wii U if you're not powering it on. And the Wii U's are also prone to power failure if you don't power them on or power cycle them at least every couple months. It's highly recommended to do so with the Wii U. Over here, I have a bunch of handhelds. This is my handheld area. I have my 3DSs over here. I have my Yoshi 3DS. I only paid $40 for that on the Facebook Marketplace. I was very happy to find this one. It's the most beat up new 3DS you could probably ever find. But I found this at Value Village. Only paid $40 for this as well. It works fine. It's a little bit beat up. It's probably owned by some kid or something like that, but it's pretty cool to have in the collection. As well as my PlayStation Vita, my Nintendo DS, my Game Boy SP, my original Game Boy Advance, original Game Boy, as well as my Game Gear. Over here I have, it's a European version of the Crystal Xbox. Shout out to Justine for this. She picked this up, or I think someone at her work was giving it away or something like that. But it's very cool to have in the collection. I just like to have it displayed. The Crystal Xbox is very cool. I also have my very yellowed Super Nintendo down here. I think everybody's experienced the yellowed Super Nintendo at some point in their gaming lives, as well as a couple Wii's down there. So they're just on display, guys. Just again, they're just there just to kind of fill out the room and show off the game collection. Over here, behind here, I keep all of my boxed Funkos. Mainly my Blink-182 ones. Actually, all of my boxed Funkos are out here right now. As well as a couple PlayStation little plushies that I found not too long ago. They were on clearance, so I picked them up. I got Kratos right there, as well as Astrobot, and some Game of Thrones stuff as well. But that's mainly my Funko collection. And then finally over here, I have an Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't even know what you call this thing, but it's from the collector's edition. And so I just like to have it on display right here. It's pretty cool to have. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is the game room in a nutshell. I'll take you into the office and show you what the office looks like, because I still do some gaming stuff in there as well, and that's where I'll edit videos and do my day-to-day and stuff like that. So I'll take you in there. Let's take a look right now. So the room probably looks a little bit different since the last time you saw this room, which was my last game room tour. And we'll start over here because this is where I started last time during my game room tour. You probably got used to seeing Linus last time when you were seeing the video as well. He's coming in, he's nosy, he wants to know what's going on. We'll start over here. Last time I had a whole bunch of shelves over here. I've since reduced what it looks like. I've changed the color up. Last time it was a gray type of color. It's now cracked pepper is what it's called. And I just think it looks a lot cooler in this room. I like the dark vibes, the dark aesthetic to it. Over here right now, nothing too crazy. I have my DVDs, my HD DVDs, which I think I've showed last time on the video as well. And as well as my 4K Blu-rays and a bunch of other DVDs as well. I probably won't leave these in here forever. At some point, I'll probably put them in some storage areas that I have, or maybe expand my CD collection over here. But for now, this is where they'll be. And over here, I have my Govee Light Bar. I got this, I think, a year or so ago when I redid this room. It was part of the vision that I had for this room. And it's just good for background light when you're live streaming or when you're creating content, or even just doing your day-to-day job and on a Teams call. It just looks good in the background to have. Right beside it, I have a plant, but also right here is I have my speakers that I've had for a long time. I've had these since our apartment days, and they've held up really good. What I wanted to do in this room is get rid of the TV that I had, create like kind of a music setup, like kind of just a chill area where I can hang out, I can work on content, I can work, just have it a really relaxing vibe in here. That's what I was going for in this section here. So I'll just go through the section real quick. Up above, I have a Blink-182 poster from when we saw them in Toronto. This was really cool. We saw them at the Rogers Center. I think it was like 50,000 people or something there. It was crazy, so big. It was the first time that we've ever been to the Rogers Center. Very cool to see. And then over here, I have a Super Mario poster that we found while we were out at HomeSense. I don't even think we were looking for anything for me. We were looking for stuff for my wife. And I ended up walking out with this. I thought it was really cool. She thought it was really cool. I think we both saw it and knew that I had to have it for this room. It just feels right in this room. Right beside it, I have another Blink-182 poster. This is the first time that we saw Blink-182. This was in 2019 in Philadelphia, or Camden, New Jersey. And this is the unique poster for that concert. It was very cool to see. That was the Enema of the State, I think, 20-year anniversary tour. So they played the entire album of Enema of the State, as well as a bunch of other songs as well. Right down here, I have my first digital SLR. Beside that, I have my my lamp that Chris made for me. Pretty cool to have there. One of the other things that I wanted to do for this setup was really embrace things that I found while thrifting. So while I have a better, or I should say new, I don't want to say better, I have a newer receiver. I wanted to find one that was just a little bit more old school looking, had that old vibe to it. You can see like the lighting is just old school looking. And so that's what I did. I only paid $8 for this at the SPCA thrift store. And this is my receiver now for listening to music whenever I want to play CDs, vinyl. That's been really what I've been into this year. I found myself less and less listening to Spotify and YouTube and stuff like that, and more so listening to physical media, collecting physical media. It's been important to me to collect things that I feel one day we won't be able to find. So finding the physical media has been very fun. Collecting records has been very fun for me as well. So I've actually grown quite an extensive pile of records over here. I have pretty much every Blink-182, Angels and Airwaves record here at this point, as well as some other miscellaneous ones. Just taking a look at a couple of them, I have the Angels and Airwaves I Empire. This is a limited edition one from Interscope. I am number 2,409 out of 3,000 that they sold, which is very cool. And then I have a couple other ones over here. For people who don't know, I'm a huge Swiftie as well, so I do have a couple Taylor Swift vinyls as well, or records. as well in my collection. As well as I have the latest Leaving Laurel album, which also happens to be my brother-in-law. Great album, love having it here. It's very chill. It's on rotation right now, as you can see. Moving over here, I have more fake plants. These are kind of just those IKEA plants that you can find, as well as my first camcorder. Just like my digital SLR, I like to have these on display because it just reminds me of the fun I have while creating content or just filming stuff or taking videos, photos, that sort of thing. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, is just making sure you have fun. And I got this while I was, I think, with my babysitting money back in the day, or with my first job, I can't quite remember, but it still works. It would have to be charged up, but this is an old classic mini DV camcorder that I would just go around and I'd film stuff, and it's fun to have. It's cool to look back on, and I just like to have it on as a display piece for that as well. Down below here, I have a little Blink-182 Collector's Edition box. Has a t-shirt in there as well as the CD. That my wife happened to sell, that my wife happened to surprise me with. As well as up here, I have another, the plants are making me struggle. I don't know the plants. I don't know anything about plants.
This is a pothos.
Yeah. So up here, I have a plant, and that's all I'm going to say about it. As well as one of my big drinking cups from my bachelor party. I also have my best man flask from Chris's wedding, Chris and Justine, as well as the, I don't even know how you describe this thing, vulgarness, out the yin yang all over it, and some Jack Daniels. It's Jack Daniels up here, so pretty cool to have on display as well. Just some personal memorabilia as well in this office. Down here, I have my CD collection. Over on the left, I have all my Angels and Airwaves, Blink-182, Plus 44, that sort of thing. Bunch of duplicates, but you can see I just collect them right here. I've been really into collecting CDs in the last year or two. If I'm out thrifting, I'll pick one up if it's something that catches my eye. I've been into collecting the Now CDs, so if you remember like Now 2 or Now 3, for example. Been into collecting those if I find them in the wild. As well as even the Rockabye Baby CDs. These are pretty cool to have in the collection, which also reminds me, I also have a very cool one in my collection down here. Just give me a sec. I also have Rockabye Baby, Lullaby renditions of Blink-182 as well, which is cool to have in the collection. But yeah, over here I have more as well. I collect the Big Shiny Tunes CDs as well. Much Dance, that sort of thing. The compilation discs, they're always fun to have. A couple Taylor Swift CDs, Linkin Park, and you know, you name it. Bunch of different CDs in there. Up here, this is where I'll keep like my GoPros, as well as the GoPro accessories. I have a little Lara Croft Funko here right now because I'm playing Tomb Raider while I'm streaming. Not that anybody can really probably see it, but it's just cool to have a little bit of something there that reminds me of the game that I'm playing right now. Over here I have just miscellaneous Assassin's Creed statues. I need to find a home for them, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them right now. But the latest one, I have the Assassin's Creed Shadows statue. Down here is where I have a little chair where I can hang out. I'll come down here, I can sit down here, relax, throw on some music, and just chill out with my dogs and stuff like that. Over here, I have my Taylor Swift calendar that my wife got me. This is where I just keep all of my weight and stuff like that. Right now I'm going through the transformation challenge again at Orange Theory, so I've been keeping track of my weight and stuff like that. Over here, I'll show you right now, this is where I have my PC setup. So this is my PC setup. I did do a video on building this setup at one point. I'll put the link in the description below, so I won't go into too much of the detail, but it's the same color. The desk is a sit-stand desk. The cabling is not the best. It's not the best cable management, but it is what it is. Up here, we'll just go from right to left. I have some memorabilia of my father, including something that he gave me as a kid, as well as from my grandmother as well. And up here, I have some certificates from Orange Theory. One being the time for the dry try, which is, you know, if you're in Orange Theory, you know what that means, as well as my first place for the Transformation Challenge of 2025 for body fat weight loss on the men's division. I also have these awesome glasses that my wife gave me, that they're blue light glasses. Is that what they are? Blue light glasses, as well as a couple other things for work. I have a Ted Lasso Funko right here. Sometimes I just have this out just to remind me of, like, I don't know, not to take life too serious. You know, life ain't too heck kind of idea, that type of mentality. You know, that's what it's there for. I keep my Clay Fighter Sculptures Cut N64 copy over here. I don't put it out with the regular games, mainly because I don't want it to be in direct sunlight and that kind of stuff. It's my most valuable item in my gaming collection. And so that's why I keep that right here as well. Beside it, I have a Goku and Vegeta Funko, just because I love Dragon Ball Z, who doesn't? Vegeta hates standing up, so he's falling over right now, but I keep a little bit of silly putty below him, so that way he'll stand up. And then right here, I have my, my Groom Xbox controller. I had this made for our wedding. This one's from me. I also gave all my groomsmen and my best man controllers as well that had that engraved from the Xbox Design Lab. Down here is where I'll keep my stuff. So I got my Secret Lab chair, which I've had for years. Since then, I've added this little cover right here, which I won in a contest, and it's pretty cool to have. I'm gonna take these glasses off. And right here, I have just a basic monitor. Behind there, I keep a couple things. This is kind of where I'll hide some stuff that I don't really want to have displayed. I got my Rogue Ally right here for when I want to do some portable gaming, as well as this book that I've been picking away at as well. It's 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. And I found this while thrifting and paid only $5.99 for it. It's a hardcover book. It's pretty cool. It has a lot of really cool games in there. So right here is where I keep my laptop as well. I'm a laptop guy now. I used to have a desktop PC, but it was just so cumbersome, so big in the desk that I wanted to just, you know, reduce it down to a laptop. I don't do gaming on my PC really. Just if I do, it's older games like Diablo 2 and stuff like that. So I wanted a laptop that was still powerful enough for video editing. It would still hold up in my daily browsing and stuff like that. And that's what this is. So it's a pretty beastly little laptop. It's a couple years old now, but I think it has a 3050 in it, and it does enough for the job. So I'm happy with that. Over here, I have a newer 34-inch monitor. It's an Asus. I can't remember the model off the top of my head. I'll put the link in the description below, of course. As well as a 4K Cisco webcam. I keep my journals right here. I always do daily journaling as well, so that's just nice. I'll come down here in the office, I'll sit down, and the first thing I'll do is I'll journal. So I have those out on display as well. Over here, I have a new mic, which I just picked up today. I just picked up this Rode NT2 or something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a really good mic. And it's right here on this Elgato monitor, or on this Elgato mic arm right here. Over here, I have an Elgato capture card, as well as my audio interface. It's what powers my microphone, so that way I can that way I have power for it while I'm streaming. Over on the right-hand side here is where I will plug in consoles and stuff like that. So when I am streaming, say my PlayStation 5 Pro and I'm playing Tomb Raider, all I gotta do is just grab my PlayStation 5 Pro, come over here. I can quickly plug it in. I have a power cable right here. I have an HDMI cable, and it connects right to my capture card, which also connects right to my monitor. And that gives me direct access to my consoles right away when I want to play them. So this has been my 2026 game room tour, guys, featuring my office as well. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you do leave a comment down below. Make sure you do like and subscribe. For now, guys, have yourselves a good one. Catch you later. And then finally over here is the TV area, guys. And what I wanted to do with this setup was essentially have...
I think you like picked your belly or something at that moment.
I did, I had an itch. It's a great setup to have. What I'll do is I'll start...
Did you fly down?
Oh, yes. How long has it been down for? Coming over here is I have a plant that we have down here. I think it's like an indirect sunlight plant. Is that what that is? You know, I don't even know what to mention about this plant.
Don't talk about plants.
Okay. As well as up here, I have another plant that I'll just have another plant. As well as up here, I have another, the plants are making me struggle.